Good morning, and welcome to Saturday Mornings with Derek Robbie. I am Derek Robbie from DerekRobbie.com, and I welcome you. This is part 5 of the 10-part video blog I'll be doing this off-season to help bring more interaction to my fans. This week, I'm going to talk about the setup process we did in the car and how to help me on the track and make me much quicker this year. Explaining to me what kind of changes we're going to be doing. Here we're squaring up the car. For us, we don't have a lot of money to buy a laser track system, so we use string. What the string serves is you put a string all the way at the rear of the car and the front of the car, and you get it so the tires are lined straight up. And since it's not a laser, we have to try to use our eyes to get it as close. But as many racers know, you can only get it so close with some measurements. So we decided to make sure that the rear of the car and the front of the car is as square as we can get it. To do this, we use a tape measure to measure from the string to the chassis, and then we go to the rear and measure from the string to the chassis. And we do this till both are the same exact number. And we do this where it's in the middle of the chassis where we know and hope that the chassis is not bent. To make our adjustment, we use the panhard bar. What this does is this shifts the rear end back and forth, and we found out that the right rear was out a little bit from the right front. So we made the panhard bar a little bit longer, moved the left side over, which is actually going to help line our left side up a little bit. And yes, this process is long. And when we first did this in my first year, it took about 4 hours, and I didn't want to be there for one single minute. But 3 years later, I'm happy to take all 4 hours because I know the straighter the car is, the faster I'm on the track, and that just makes me happier in the end. But the process only took 20 minutes. And next, we put the string over the tires, and as you can see, this was another judgment that this car and the tires are straight. After this, we took the string and moved to the left side. We lined it up and saw that the left side is square once again. Once again, this setup process is working out very easy for us. So now after this, that we figured out that the car is straight, we moved to see how wide the rear end is. Since we have a rule of 76 inches, we wanted to make sure that we were inside of that and we're not cheating, because you can push the rules but you don't want to be cheating. And we're exactly 76 inches. So you know what? We're right there, and we're proving that we're right on the edge of competition. So we're going to be as fast as we can go, and that's all that I can ask for. After making sure that the tires are square, we moved to see how the wheelbase in the car is. This process, we take what's called a plumb bob, which is using basically a pointer and finding 2 points in the front on the left and right that are exactly the same, and 2 in the rear, making sure that they're exactly the same. And you make marks on the floor. Then you take a tape measure, one on the right side, see how long that is, and then you move to the other side. See how long that is? And you want to try to have the wheelbase as square as you can get it, because once again, if all 4 wheels are square, the quicker the car is. It's not hard math, but it is hard to get when only using a tape measure. But last year, it proved to work for us. And every time we're in the shop and every time we do this, we always make the car that much better. And every 1/8 of an inch that the car is square, another 1/10 it is on the track. As you can see, the setup process is a long, tedious process. But it is all worth it in the end when you're sitting in victory lane or holding the championship trophy like I was this year. Thank you for joining me this week, and make sure to come back next week as I talk about and show you how the body goes on the car and off, and what changes we'll be doing to it. Thank you for joining me again, and make sure to tune in next week. Thank you.